One of you said to me, hey, I have about 100 subscribers. I see how you've been growing, so you've been doing a good job. I was wondering if you could give me any pointers. I was a little bit harsh, maybe. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything, but it was great because he didn't take it negatively. If you want to have progress, you have to be able to notice and see certain things. He gave me permission to share this information with you because I think it could help a few of you guys out grow your channel a little bit faster or a little bit better, or what you need to do to be able to go from someone that's getting like a couple subscribers to getting 1,000 subscribers, or being able to start getting somewhere where YouTube's making you a little bit of money too. When you're doing this, you shouldn't be thinking about money because YouTube doesn't make you any money. Your bigger potential is if you're selling something, because you'll be able to make more money selling anything, or getting a little bit of affiliate sales here and there. So you can actually start making a little bit of money through affiliate sales and stuff before you're able to make money off of YouTube. If you are planning to make a YouTube or starting a YouTube, you have to ask yourself and think to yourself, if I'm doing it for money, if that's the reason I'm doing it, don't even bother, because you're just gonna waste your time. And then if you are doing it for fun, and you don't care about the money, then you don't even have to bother with any of that either, because you're just kind of doing it for yourself and you don't really care if it does well or not. And there's lots of people that are in that category, but then there's also people in that category where they say that they're doing that, but then you give them advice and try to help them, and then they get bitter towards you, where like, and the thing is, if they get bitter, or if they get jealous, or if they get like nasty to you, it's just them being on the defense for not being able to do things properly, or not, or saying that they don't care, but really they do, because if they didn't care, it wouldn't bother them. You know, it's like if someone says, your mom's fat. I don't care. Even if it was true or not true, I really don't care what someone calls my mother. Like, it doesn't offend me because I'm smart enough to know my mother and care about her, regardless of what some stranger says to me that I don't care about. Because I don't care about them, I'm not going to react to them. Okay, we're going off on a tangent. But let's go see what this guy did, how he could have made it better, and what you could do better to grow your channel faster. Yeah. Dick FPV. So he said, any tips on how to grow my channel? I just hit 100, but it took me 10 months. You're obviously doing something right. LOL, congrats on your progress. I'm already subscribed, so keep it up. Sometimes people just, I don't know, they don't seem to care, so like I don't bother, but like he said something nice, he asked something genuine, so I wanted to be honest with him. Now when we look at his channel, first of all, like nothing's really catching my attention. So I see him kind of being a proud dad, showing his child, and that's understandable. Show my kid, I'm proud of my kid, but you have to understand, for YouTube, if you're doing it for you, great, it doesn't matter. You can look at YouTube like a video photo album. That's how I looked at Instagram. Like, it's just your photo album, you save all your memories, and you don't really care if people see them or not. But if you're doing it for other people and you're trying to grow a channel, you have to think about them. And to a stranger, them seeing a baby or kid, that's not what they're there for. They're here to see FPV. If your channel is Cryptic FPV, it should be focused on more FPV, maybe 90% FPV, and then 10% of like your kid or something else. Sure, there might be a flight video on all of these, but none of these really kind of grab my attention. So I scrolled down, and the first video that grabbed my attention was this one, the bot grinder demibot build. As someone that builds drones and has drones and stuff, that's kind of the first thing that draws interest to me. So we click on that video and let's just see what happens. YouTube puts ads on your channel even if you're not monetized. So it's really good to get monetized as fast as possible, because whether or not you're making money, YouTube is making money off you. It's gonna be useful.
What's up, guys? This is my first FPV drone build, the bot grinder.
So first of all, it's clear. The audio is good. So he gets points for this, because lots of people, they're not clear. They don't have good audio. Good audio is one of the most important things. The light is coming from the side, so next time he could maybe have the light facing him. So if he's facing the window or facing the light, that would be even better, because it just gives it a little bit of a nicer thing. But audio is number one. Lighting is number two. Equipment doesn't even matter as much. You can use your cell phone.
Grinder demibot. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this.
Okay, so it was nice and quick. He got that all done in 10 seconds, so that was good. Like and subscribe. Yeah, you can say it, but it's better to kind of throw it in somewhere fun, or the moment you do something kind of funny, like you get your audience to laugh, and then throw the, hey, smash the like button or the subscribe, because we're so used to hearing that all the time. If I say it, I usually kind of say it at the end, or I'll try and throw it right after making you laugh. So that also makes it like an objective for you to try and get the audience to laugh. Now tell me this is copyright-free music. It better be. So it kind of sounds like it is. You want to use copyright-free music just all the time automatically, because if you don't, you'll never be able to monetize it. You'll never be able to make money off of it. But this does sound like copyright-free music. So we're going to keep going. So you see, when the time lapse starts, it's kind of exciting. You see what's going on. It makes you interested, but then you think that it's going to be like a build video or something. You don't expect it to be let's see how long this goes. Because I didn't even notice really how long until it just kept going. So he threw in this like little joke, almost like, hey, are you watching? And yes, we are. But in general, by the time we already got to like where this is, like around 1 minute, like we've been in time lapse, because you went from the time lapse from 10 seconds in for like a couple minutes, and people don't have the attention span to watch a time lapse for that long. Maybe some people do, but most people don't. So you could have done the exact same thing. And what happens is here, when you're showing us stuff, you see like here, you could go through the build details. So you have the time lapse starting, and then as you're doing something like this, you could go through the build parts. You know, I decided to use beta FPVs, Express ELRS. I like these ones because they don't have the ceramic antenna that gets knocked off. Plus, on top of that, I find that they don't fall off either if you add some shrink wrap. So that's what we did. Also, it's your first build video, so you wouldn't really have as much experience with that, but just in general, if you did, giving people details. We're watching the time lapse, and then, okay, time lapse, time lapse, time lapse. If you give us something kind of in between, little breaks, little changes, take an edit of the video here and an edit of the video here, and then you'll just mix match the edits so that you're cutting from 2 different videos so that it changes, so that people find it more interesting. If you would have just kind of added more voiceover, as well as maybe eagle eye view. We see what you're doing from on top, we see what you're doing from the side, and you're walking us through and explaining things. Yeah. So it's like, so we got the whole thing, but it's like the beginning, the most important part, the first 10 seconds, a lot was in there. It got our attention. We started watching the time lapse, and then we're lost. You want to keep doing kind of what you did in the beginning throughout the whole thing and keep us there with you, especially if you care about YouTube, because YouTube cares about retention. The longer that the viewer stays on your channel, the better chances of this video being seen. So if you want to have people staying and YouTube pushing your channel out, you need to have 50 to 80% retention. Basically, if you could get people to watch 80% of the video, then YouTube will show it to other people. It will grow faster. If they don't watch 80%, then you're going to be struggling. It's a 4-minute video. That's not a long time. So in those 4 minutes, you just want to give as much value as possible, talk about it as much as possible, find ways to keep people watching. Look at the titles. If you're doing a channel for FPV and it's in your name, you're automatically going to get people that are searching FPV. So now this title, you see bot grinder, demibot build. People are finding this video because YouTube is a library, and when people search for things, they find it. So you're only allowing them to find this from bot grinder, demibot. So people interested in that will find it. Every single one of your titles should have FPV in it, or FPV freestyle, or a search term right in the beginning. So bot grinder, demibot is a search term. Keep your titles 55 characters or less, because that way they'll show up. FPV freestyle drone, bot grinders, demibot, full build. Something like that, because there you have a pile of search terms in there. It makes it easy for YouTube to categorize it. Then this thumbnail is good, but I wouldn't have those black bars. So specifically, actually, you can use a free piece of software called Canva. I'll throw my thumbnails on here, and you can put some text on it. This is free software that you can use. You make little layers, like you can add things to it. You can add check marks. You can add text. You can change the colors. You learn Canva. You can use that, and then you can save it the exact size for a thumbnail. So let's say this is done. I'm done editing it. You can move things. You can move everything. You can go back. Maybe I'll do a little. If you guys want a class on that, give this video 1,000 likes and I'll do a Canva class. I don't really want to. I've never got 1,000 likes. So there you go. So here we go. Share. And that's how you say share. Give them a reason to like your video and share it or something. So download. You see the 1920 by 1080, and you make it a JPEG. Now that will allow you to save this as a thumbnail. So you could take this exact thumbnail and then save it and not have those black bars on the side. For every single video, you're going to want to have a nicer looking thumbnail, or you're going to want to take the best kind of scene from the video and put it there. Each one of these videos, you want to have that search term. See, FPV, this is good. Threw that in there. FPV on every single one of your videos, you start ranking for that search term. Nick Burns recently did a giveaway. Go get in on it. And he asked about the length of his videos. So if you've been making videos for a while, you can look at what's going on. So if we look at Nick Burns' channel and we go to popular, we can see that his most popular videos are 10 to 20 minutes. 30 times, 18 times, 14 times, 13 times. This one's doing like 2 times better than all the other ones, and it's from 7 years ago. This one's 2 years ago. Lots of the time it takes your videos like 1 or 2 years to get really going, and that's why you have to think about this as long-term. You should not be trying to build a YouTube channel if you think it's going to be fast and easy. You should build a YouTube channel if you're like, you know what? I want to do this forever. I want to make content forever. I'm going to do this regardless, and just do it without any expectation, and then have appreciation for everything good that happens. But don't expect it to happen. Nobody owes anything to you, and YouTube is hard. It's probably one of the hardest things you can do, but it also is a platform that gives you the ability to live stream, to do short form content, to do this kind of stuff. I don't think anyone should really be wasting their time on Instagram and TikTok, because the moment you stop posting on those things, they're done. TikTok doesn't give you any money. Instagram can be good, but you have everything that Instagram has and more on YouTube, with the potential to make more income and have better like business deals. The other thing that I wanted to show you with Nick Burns is if you look at his top video, Ishin EO10, Fly Woo Firefly. Just like the other guy had the demibot in the beginning, which is a search term. It's just those search terms, there's stronger ones and there's weaker ones. There's going to be a lot more people searching for FPV than they are going to be searching for demibot. At the same time, using these search terms means nothing if people click the video and they don't enjoy it. So you have to do all those things. You have to catch people with your thumbnail. If they don't click it, they're not going to see it. If they don't see it, nothing's going to happen. So you have to get their click. You have to tell YouTube what category you're in and like what you're making with your title. And then the most important is the content. You have to make us laugh. You have to teach us something. You have to give us something valuable. It's not about you making content for yourself. It's about you making content for us. It's about you teaching us. That's what you're doing. And I make content for myself too, where it's just a flight video. I don't really care how well it does or not. And I make content for you, which is more like a review video or sharing my findings. I try to kind of do a combination of all those things. So if you like that, be sure to subscribe.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
Smash the like button. And I hope you learned something from this.
Yes, you can!
I did this for free to help him out and to help you guys out. But if you felt that you want more personal training, feel free to reach out to me in Discord. It's at the bottom of my website. We have the website up now with the link and everything. So you can contact me there. I can work with you one-on-one, or I do group settings with 10 people at the same time. About once a month, we'll get together, spend about 10 minutes on each person, and we'll go through whatever they feel they need help with, whatever they need to work on the most. Then you get to learn from other people what they're learning, and they get to learn from you, and it's cheaper than personal training. But if you wanted personal training one-on-one with learning this YouTube stuff, just contact me on my Discord through the website below. Just to show you what goes into a simple video like this for me, this is 25 minutes of footage that I cut down to 16 minutes. I literally cut out every but, whatever, pause, all that. That was all sliced out of this right here. So each one of those cuts, those are like me just editing little things and changing stuff. 6 different pieces of footage put into here too, like layers and stuff like that, getting it to blend, all that. This all just happened because a guy sent me a message. I responded to him and I thought it would be good for you. I worked on this for 2 hours yesterday and then all of this morning. So like another maybe 4 or 5 hours. Just to make you guys this 15-minute video and help some of you guys out. Maybe get me a customer here or there. I hope you really appreciate that. Consider joining my Patreon. You can join for as little as $1. If you'd like to join for more, that would be even better. I really want to focus more on doing the drone stuff full time. I love doing this. And hopefully you guys see that's what it takes. If you think that you're going to be able to just come and do low effort stuff and that people should watch you, like even with all the work that I do for this, and I do a lot more work, I think, than most, 3,000 subscribers make $60 a month. It's not worth it. But being able to do what you love, that's priceless. So that's the flip side of it. You could stop paying me for this and I'd probably still do it. It's already connected me to you strangers around the world. Got to meet and talk to so many awesome people. It's so satisfying to be able to like see people flying my drone. There's no kind of price tag on that. We just put in the order for the new frames also. So they're on their way. And the prices are on the website. I still got to add a few more things. There's going to be like a whole guide of how people can start, what pieces to buy, what my favorite things are and all that. So that's going to be all updated soon as well. But at least now you can start ordering frames. The website explains itself. Check it out. It's the first link in the description below. That's enough. Smoochy smoochy.
Here's a whole playlist with other videos like this that'll teach you how to either edit videos or more YouTube tips.